All right, so there was a roadmap roundup yesterday, and it wasn't your average kind of bad one that we've been getting lately, because not much has been going on, because they've just been trying to get 3.17 out, right? This one is a big one. So, yeah, we're excited for this one. We are definitely excited for this one. It is... I'm just trying to get the monitor together. Over here. It looks good. All right. It looked like a big one. It wasn't your typical kind of crappy one today. So I'm pretty excited for this. And I don't know. I feel like it's starting to show that the shifts that they made in development are like working. I don't want to say that they're working like it's working. I don't see that yet as much, but I see it's better than before. There's less negativity and there's more excitement around changes now. So it's working in the sense of not telling you when things fall off as much, but sort of telling you. Let's get into it. Sorry. Let's just read the roadmap and we'll talk about it, all right? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Notable changes for May 25th, 2022. This one's going to be a lot of reading. Oh, it's another Roberts letter. Great. As we explained in great detail in our latest letter for the chairman last week, we're going to update release view this week to reflect the rollout of key technologies in 2022 as we continue to the road to Alpha 4.0. First, you'll notice that the 318 column has been adjusted to now arrive in Q3 2022. We're aiming to include, with the release of Alpha 318, the implementation of persistent entity streaming, a core technology that allows for dynamic blah, blah, blah. We know this already, all right? We've been through it. Fundamental change to how we blah, blah. Because of this, we're going to be approaching 318 differently than our previous releases, as we're anticipating that 318 will require much more time in Evocati and the PTU testing phase than our previous releases. The goal is to get 2 to 3 months of testing on Alpha 318 in the PTU for Alpha 318 release to live late in Q3. Late in Q3 is CitizenCon. Correct? Well, I think late in Q3 is CitizenCon. I believe that's a thing. So maybe even after CitizenCon here. But in case you guys didn't know, they're going to continue coming with 3.17 patches. So this will be released on the... however, there's still plenty of content in the meantime. This will be released on the current Alpha 3.17 branch in a 3.17.2 update, which is targeting late June. So June is Q2. Is the end of Q2. So in about a month, we should start seeing... Well, I think very soon we should be seeing an Evocati for 3.17.2. And I think we've already kind of been getting the PTU for it because the dynamic event is going to be in 3.17.2, I believe. So we've been kind of seeing testing for it already. And these features will appear on release view in the existing 3.17 column. So that's a big change, currently marked as tentative until their final reviews are complete. As a reminder, a column encapsulate any incremental patches within the same column. For example, this column lists all the content that will be coming in the patch cycle. So 3.17.0, 1, and 2. That is different than before because we don't have a 3.17.2 typically, but yeah, seems fine to me. Once 3.7.2 is released, testing on 3.18 will commence shortly after. So shortly after, we will see PES. It's going to be really bad, but we'll see it. Well, some of you will see it because it's going to get leaked everywhere because we all know how that goes. You won't see it on this stream because your boy's an Evocati and he can't even talk about when there's an Evocati patch, which is the stupidest thing ever. Additionally, there will be an Alpha 3.19 update at the end of Q4. So that's December, end of the year. That'll be that final push. With a similar testing approach as 3.18 for the initial release of server meshing, the Pyro system, and more in Alpha 4.0. Therefore, you'll see the 3.19 column has been updated to release in Q4 2022. So, it's working in the sense of, do you guys remember when 3.16 was going to be late? And they branched off of 3.15, and 3.16 was essentially 3.15 too. Do you guys remember that? And you never had a crash, and you never had a 30K. That's what's happening here. Now, 3.17 is not good. 3.17 has a lot of problems. Okay? 3.17 is not as clean and stable as 3.15 was. But they're going to branch through 3.17 multiple times, and hopefully it will get more stable over time. Then 3.18 is going to come in, and they're going to branch off of 3.18 to make the 3.19, I think. I think they're doing that thing that worked a few months back, because it really worked. And it may not be as good as 3.15 into 3.16 was, but it will be better than branching out and just inserting tons and tons of bugs. Objection, speculation. Sustained. So that is what's happening right now. And I like it. I like it. Because, 3.19 is essentially going to be 3.18.2 or 3.18.1 or 3.18.3. However it happens, that's what it's going to be. And that is a better way to do it, okay? I think that's the better way of doing things because you end up with a better live experience. You may not get the features as fast, but you maintain a better experience, and I think it's just better. Now, for release view, they're adding the Drake Mule to 3.17, which we'll see in a couple days, I think. The illegal delivery missions. This is cool. Implementing illegal variants of delivery missions into the persistent universe, including reputation gains with criminal factions. This feature has been added to the 3.17 column and is targeting delivery in Q2 for 3.17.2. That's kind of interesting because if you guys remember that they are planning on creating persistent rep, and I think that that's a plan in 3.18. We'll have to maybe take a look at the actual roadmap and see if that's still a thing that is planned for a certain patch. But a legal rep is a key feature for that to be a thing. So if you start doing a lot of bounty missions, the Ninetales are going to hate you. If you start doing a lot of Ninetailed missions, the Crusader, Security, whomever are not going to like you. And then you're going to have situations possibly in the future, I think this is a little imagined for right now, where maybe you can only land in certain places because of your reputation, right? Things like that. AI planetary navigation, also coming in Q2 with 3.17 too. This allows NPCs to move on a planetary surface. This is NPCs. This is Star Citizen pre-server meshing. It is a very massive, very important piece of tech. It's not going to work. Okay? It's just not going to work. It's going to have a billion problems. And with Star Citizen being what it is, there are 1,000 variables and edge cases where this is just, the AI is just not going to work, okay? It is a major, major feature, but it's not going to work, all right? So I just kind of breeze by that one. Keep that one in the back of your mind because it's going to be awesome one day, but it ain't going to work now, right? That's just how it's going to be. Derelict Reclaimers. So we really liked the Caterpillar ones, and now they're going to bring in the Reclaimer ones, which are much larger, much more detailed ship on the interior and everything. That's going to be cool. Very excited for what the Montreal team's been doing. It can only get better from here, I feel like. Additional Stanton system Lagrange points. There's some missing Lagrange points from Microtech. They may add other ones that I'm unaware of. Maybe some piracy ones, perhaps, which I think would be really cool. I think some pirates could really use their own. So we'll have to see, because just Grim Hex isn't enough. Is ArcCorp also missing some? All right, yeah. So there's some planets that are missing like all of their Lagrange points, but I would love one of them to be like a pirate hideout. I think that'd be neat. And then Siege of Orison, that's what I hinted at earlier. That's the new dynamic event that has been in testing a little bit. I think Captain Burks has a video about it, and so did Morphologist. Those are really, really good. And yeah, it's one of the best looking missions so far. I tested it out the other day. Didn't quite get too far with that. But yeah, because I had to cook. But yeah, it's interesting. And then Persistent Entity Streaming has been added to 3.18. We all know what that is at this point. And then for the progress tracker, the Drake Mule and the Legionnaire. In a way, it's working, guys. Because here's the deal. They just delayed everything again. But it doesn't feel so bad. It feels good. It actually feels good. They literally just delayed the game 3 months. They just slid it back 3 months, and I feel good about it. And I'm happy about it. So, you know, if it's Jake the roadmap guy, you know, big friend of the stream and everything, community manager at Star Citizen, if this was an initiative that Jake did, or if this was an entire team initiative with the community team, which I'm assuming it probably is a whole team initiative, like, this is a better way of doing it. And like, just a little applause for this, because I feel like they're making the game, they're focusing on the live experience more. I feel like they're trying to make the game again, and it's gonna fall off, but they're not hiding anything like they did in the past, as much at least, and they're not ignoring us. You know, we're not just I don't feel like a paid tester anymore. I feel like they actually consider me a player, and they want me to play their game. So I like the direction that they're going in for the way they're doing things. Yeah, we'll see how PES is in a few months, I guess. But yeah, this is a very exciting roadmap update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know what you guys think about this, but to me, it feels like it's working from a communication standpoint. 317 is not a good experience so far. I was hoping 317.1 would be better. It is in some ways, it's not in others. We're still in a free fly. Hopefully that will calm things down a little bit when that ends. And then 317.2, it's gotta be that 316 experience again. Otherwise, the wait, that 3 months wait of 318 is gonna be really hard, because 318 isn't just PES. It's salvage, or hull stripping, and the cargo refactor. So there's a lot going on, and it is exciting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna hop back in game and play, because I've been having fun doing that. Weird, right?